Okay. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I hit record. Okay.
It's
Wait.
really real.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know it's real. It's real. Okay. Let me introduce the very first highly reviewed review show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of movies.
Right. Of movies.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, so welcome being the first. You are here, right?
Listening to me eat a pretzel.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the show where we review movies. The purpose of it is to review movies. And the movie that we have chosen to review tonight was G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane. My name's Richard, and this is, what's your name?
Betty.
Betty. So Betty's my first guest, and we watched G.I. Jane. Da-da-da-da. This is where I'll put in the theme song.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of what it was, and I can't remember.
Right. Okay, so G.I. Jane. Okay, first, Betty, my guest, would you please give us like a 3 or 4 sentence synopsis of what we just saw?
We just saw men thinking they have to give girls permission to be better than they are.
Yes, that's a good. That is the undercurrent of all the things that we saw. All right, let's get into it. How did this movie begin?
The same as any movie, in court.
Right, in court. And we thought that maybe it looked like this could be any 90s movie.
Yeah.
Like
Batman.
maybe, yeah, Batman could be like right there.
Mhm.
So, right. And then there was some reason they're like, we need Demi Moore to be like a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, because she's pretty.
Right.
And strong.
And strong. But then turns out the prettiness was maybe a sabotage.
Mm. Yes, because
they didn't
now
want it.
There's no way she could have been even remotely okay.
Right.
Not good. There's no way.
No, there's no
good.
way because she was a woman.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And like.
But a pretty woman, because if it's an ugly woman,
right.
It doesn't matter.
And do you think, as a woman, that Demi Moore is good looking?
Yeah, she's pretty.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
That was like.
She's very attractive.
Right. I remember being like 17 and being like, oh my God, a woman shaved her head off. That's so gross. Like, that's like where I was at 17, you know? I apologize for that. But now, being a man, I watch this movie and I'm like, you know, Demi Moore is pretty fucking hot with or without hair. That's the opinion that only a man could have.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but thank you for I mean, let me ask you this. As a woman, what was more, was it better seeing Demi Moore or the other GI guys? Where when they were on screen, we were like, oh, those guys are really good looking. Were you like that?
No.
So Demi Moore was the hottest.
She was the hot. Oh, yeah. They didn't out-hot her with any of the guys.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because for me, on my side of the gender equation, there's only one girl. I can't compare her against any other person in the movie. Yeah.
Well, there was
it's
the
like,
old
well, she must be the hottest one. Right.
Mm-hmm. Or the old.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The old, like the senator
yeah.
or something. We don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
And her master plan was what?
That she wasn't going to be good enough. There was no way.
Right.
Like, we're going to try and make our mark in the world, but we know we're not going to anyways.
Right.
We're not really going to, but we're going to pretend we want to.
But she goes to great lengths to set up her to fail.
Yes.
Like, why would they just not do it? Like, you know?
True. Well, she wasn't supposed to be that good, though.
So they wanted her to fail.
Yes.
Okay.
They wanted her to fail.
But we don't know why, though.
We don't know why.
Because...
But it was to save her ass.
Right. It was to save her ass. And honestly, like, maybe the movie did a good job. And we just can't tell.
This is true. We may have missed some of that stuff when we pretended to know what they were saying.
Right. Okay. And
But I'm pretty sure we got the gist.
I think we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just was not very progressive, considering how progressive we've gotten since.
Oh, right.
then.
That was another major topic of
Yeah.
conversation, was like how even in this movie that's supposed to be about female empowerment.
Right. Is actually not.
Right. It's not. Because why? What were some of the things?
Well, just the constant still having to have the okay from the man. Like, she gave the order, but then it had to be okayed by her coworker.
Right.
Like, oh, okay.
Right.
And then they can do it. Like, a guy okayed her.
Right. Every time.
Every time.
There would always be a moment where, like, she had the opportunity to just be like, men, do this. And then they do, and then they win. But instead, she goes to a man and says, you know, if we do this, it might just work. And the man goes, men do this. And then it works.
It's okay.
Right. And then it works. And then it's like, oh, good thing the man was there, because the woman would just like waffled with the very obvious information she had.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so what were we talking about?
The movie.
Right.
Yeah. I forget.
Okay. And what? Okay. Well, I mean, there's and also the title of the movie.
Oh yeah, G.I. Jane, made after the male version, G.I. Joe.
Right.
Like, it couldn't have its own name to prove.
It had to
feminism.
Be about a man.
It had to be about a man. So everything, ultimately, we figured out, everything is about a man.
Right.
Everything she accomplishes is about a man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet they probably didn't even realize it. It's so normalized.
Yeah. Now, what if there are sober people listening to this and they're like, dude, they obviously missed like a huge chunk of the movie. Like, well, like, it was actually a very empowering thing, but because you didn't know it was all a test.
Well, we didn't know it was a test.
No, right. I know, but maybe that was the problem, that we didn't allow ourselves to see through and make it real. Like, in the beginning,
maybe she knew she was going in for a test.
Right. Yes, exactly. And the whole thing is empowering, but you guys fucking missed that. And so, we're so embarrassed right now.
Yeah, if that's the case.
Right now, we would be really embarrassed. Yeah, okay.
But I don't think so.
No. So, okay. On to other important things.
Yes.
What did you think of the experience of watching the movie, you know, in our pretend state of altered consciousness? Like, was the food good? Did the tamales go well with the movie we were watching? Like, how was that, like, the process of watching the movie?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
I feel like I was in the perfect state of hearing you make a comment of what I would have missed. And being able to take it to a deeper level.
Whoa.
Than I ever would have watching it sober by myself.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I would have got the gist.
Right.
But to the levels that I'm seeing it this time.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't have probably.
No, I do look down on you guys, and I should, you know?
Oh, yes.
I mean, like, I am that intelligent. Yeah. I'm glad that I could point that out. I'm glad a man was around to really point out
how much women, how much we walk on you women, and you don't even know.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you think it would be you enlightening me. Yeah. You'd be like, yo, Richard, notice how she had to, like, okay that through a man? And I'd be like, oh, man, you women put up with a lot. But no. Yeah. You're like, I'm like, hey, let me, a man, tell you how bad you got it. And it's like breaking the illusion. You're like, oh, I didn't realize you did that bad. Like, yo, you're a slave.
Right. And you didn't know it.
Yeah. You should be schooling us on all this shit. God.
That's a terrible
yeah,
point.
it's worse.
Man,
Worst
it's
thing you
worse.
can imagine.
What is this, though?
Okay, this is like my rotating cast of heroes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is part of the show where we forget that we were recording.
Oh!
And we just talk about, okay, what we're doing now is we're talking about what is on my TV. All right? So go on, ask the question.
Oh, what is this? It's a picture.
Yeah, of who? What are we looking at here?
Well, this is Jello 7.
Yes, Jumbo 7. It's them. Yep. Gold Jumbo Balons. Okay. That's who it is. Okay. So I have on my TV a rotating crew of heroes of mine, either in actual person or in archetype.
I just about felt like I was on a game show.
Oh yeah.
And then they went to, name this, and you're giving me the clues of who it is.
Jalabalo James Blonde. Yeah.
James Bond, yeah.
Yeah. Just he's such like a, you know, he's like, speaking of like men, it's like really like archetype of the sexualized male fantasy, you know, just like id is James Bond.
Yes, the manly.
Now, like in this rotation of heroes, there are like, I think 2 women. Recently, I've noticed that all of my heroes are men, you know, and I'm like, maybe I should have some fucking heroes that are women. So I started adding some women ones intentionally.
And then you're like, but they were women, so I took them back off.
Damn.
They're there, I promise.
Yeah.
We may not see them.
Yeah, right. I have so many heroes that if it doesn't come up, believe me. G.I. Jane. All right. So, why did you recommend this movie, G.I. Jane?
Well, because when you do your reviews about movies, you like dig in. You like
yes,
dig in, and like you'll talk about it in such a way
yeah,
that it's like, wow, you actually like, it's like seeing something in these.
Yeah.
In a weird.
Yeah. See,
sense.
It's because right now
and
you're
so
like,
I was like, he is going to. It'll be interesting to see what he says about G.I. Jane.
yeah, but why did you pick G.I. Jane? Oh, because I grab in, and you were like, this is a deep movie.
No.
No.
Because I totally thought you would say, was she always this hot?
What? Oh.
And you didn't say that once.
Do I say that a lot?
No.
In my, okay, I might.
No. But I thought you would for some reason.
Oh.
I thought you would say that line. And you didn't.
Huh. Wow. That's a strange reason.
I know.
Like, I'm going to come over just to see if he says this one line.
I know.
Just like, damn, I'm feeling a little insulted now. It was just it was all a trick. It was all a test. I didn't actually want to come over.
No, I did want to
We
come
were
over.
seeing if you wanted to do a shitty review or I don't know.
No, I just thought somewhere in the review you would be like, damn, and she's actually hot.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The point of the show is like, she's hot, but then you'll have this moment of like, oh, but wait, damn.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Yeah.
But no.
No. So not based.
But I actually got
okay.
much more out of it than I ever would have got out of it.
Right.
Ever on my own.
Right. Well, just
I mean, I haven't got the gist of it.
Yeah, just talking through it.
Just how much it digs in that I didn't even notice. Wouldn't even notice.
What do you think the movie could have done better?
Well, given its time, like if it were to be redone today, there would have to be a lot of things changed.
Like what?
Well, just a lot of the stuff that's so normalized about women being less than men that I don't even see it.
Right.
And so like that stuff would have to be seen and not put in as part of how it should be. That's not how it should be.
Right.
You know, it might be how it is, but it's not how it should be. And this is trying to show this is how it should be. But really,
that's some deep shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Trying to show people how it should be.
Yeah.
This movie didn't do that. It was like...
Well, I think at the time it did. Yeah,
right.
There still had its phobias. Yeah. I think at the time it was a little progressive. But for today, it's not progressive. Like to make it more progressive, there would have to be a lot of progressive changes.
Right. So that was G.I. Jane.
In a nutshell.
Okay.
That's
the end of the review. But now is the part of time where we just like, conclude. We thank the audience for listening. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening.